What is up, guys? It's Superken from Superken Gaming. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, leave a comment saying hi, thumbs up. If you liked the video already, share this video with your friends, and welcome to Hidden Gems, and special Hidden Gems. Ooh, spooky Hidden Gems. And I'm cheating a little bit. I'm gonna give you more than 5 spooky games. Now, these games aren't necessarily horror games. In fact, I think none of these are first-person horror games that I'm gonna give y'all to play this month. But here's some spooky. You're still gonna get regular Hidden Gems, maybe next week. But for this week, I'm giving you 7 spooky games to play. 7 spooky games that you might not know about or that you have overlooked, which is exactly what Hidden Gems is for. And let's start off with number 5/6/7, Hidden Gem. I'm gonna start out with Titan Chaser. This is not an official top 5. And the reason that is because Titan Chaser is a very weird game. You're gonna either absolutely hate it, or you're gonna think that was a really unique experience. This game is like less than $5. It's only a couple hours long, but basically, you're this paranormal detective, and you're in this open world. This is not a very polished game. It feels very PC indie, but you know you can play it on consoles. But basically, you're going after these titans. I can't remember the number of titans in my head. It's either 4 or 5 titans, four to 5 different titans. And for example, the first one is a wyvern. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's like one of those, you know, dinosaur flying things. Not a pterodactyl, but a wyvern. And this wyvern is found on bridges, so you have to find a bridge that the wyvern is on, and then he flies to another bridge, so you have to go find that bridge, and then you have to like direct him with each satellite until you get him to the lighthouse and help him fly away. And each titan is unique in its own solution to get them out of the town. Basically, you're trying to get these titans away, like get out of here. And it's really cool. Like it's so immersive because you'll be driving and you'll like turn off the radio, you'll turn off the car so you can hear like what direction is this titan come from? Like is there a titan near? Because you'll be like this is kind of where the clues were telling me to look, but I don't see it. Let me turn off and see if I can hear it. Then you see it, then you help it escape. So this isn't a recommendation of you must play, but if it sounds interesting to you, like I would definitely check it out. Again, it's not polished, feels super indie. It's again like I think less than $5. Titan Chaser does not currently have a Metacritic score. I give it a 6.5 out of 10, which is between okay and a good game. It's a really unique experience, and you can play that game on the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 4, the PC, Switch, Xbox One, and Series X. The next game on the list has a Metacritic score of 68, and it also has a Metacritic score of 83, depending on the platform. I gave it a 7 out of 10, which is good on my scale. You can play this game on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X, and it is a Juggler's Tale. A Juggler's Tale is, you're basically this puppet escaping a circus. You know, you're tired of being locked up in a cage, and you want to escape the circus. It's very similar to Unravel in the sense that you have to deal with your strings, so you can't climb under things, you have to go over things. So you'll be doing very easy environmental puzzles to move things out of your way so you can progress, because again you can't go under. Like there'll be tree branches in your way, so you'll have like a torch and the tree branch will like, you know, come up so you can go through, but it starts raining, so you have to like carry the flame from one spot to another, as an example of one of the puzzles. Now this game reminds me of like Little Nightmare again meets Unravel. It's not necessarily horror themed, but it's really creepy. You know, you're gonna be dealing with caskets. You know, there's a forest where, you know, Logan Paul is all I'm gonna say about that. But A Juggler's Tale has some really creepy moments, and again, it's not super horror based, but it's a creepy enough tale to be like, all right, we're in spooky time. So that's why I'm starting you off with The Juggler's Tale. My number 4 hidden gem for spooky time is Costume Quest. Costume Quest currently has a Metacritic score of 77. I gave it a 7.5, which is between good and great on my scale. You can play Costume Quest on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, your PC, as well as your iPhone and iPad. I haven't played Costume Quest 2, so that's the reason the original Costume Quest is on this list. I played it about 2 years ago, but basically, you know, you're this brother trying to save his little sister, and you go door to door collecting candy and defeating these goblins. Your costumes like turn into like these real life characters, and it's like it's turn-based. For example, there's like a Statue of Liberty. You're running around with Statue of Liberty, but then you turn to the Statue of Liberty, and it's been a while since I played, but I'm pretty sure like its power is healing. So if you've played like the Stick of Truth, it's very similar to something like the Stick of Truth, but more bite-sized. Or I think it's called Halloween Havoc. Is like this little Flash game they used to have play on like Cartoon Network. So it's like the Stick of Truth mixed with that game. You're collecting candy, doing these turn-based battles, trying to save your sister. It's a really unique game, and I feel like save this one for more the middle of the month. The closer to Halloween, the better for playing costume cuts. It's such a cute little game. The next spooky time hidden gem is Alan Wake. You can now play Alan Wake on the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 4, Series X, Xbox One, PC, as well as Xbox 360, because now there is a remastered version of Alan Wake that just came out this month. Totally worth going back. Basically, you're this author, you lose your wife, and basically your pages are coming to life. So it's essentially an adult version of Luigi's Mansion. You got a flashlight, you're flashing these enemies, and instead of sucking them in your vacuum, you're blasting them away with your gun. There's great storytelling, great level design. It's very straightforward. The game's not wasting your time. It's out to tell a linear story, and it's refreshing to play a game like this once in a while. And I wish more games would go back to being, a fast little 10 to 12 hour action experience. Plenty of crazy and creepy moments here. Did I tell the Metacritic score? Alan Wake's got a Metacritic score of 83. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10, which is in between great and amazing. This is only number 3 and it's an 8.5 out of 10. How could we possibly get better than this? Well, we're gonna get better than this with my number 2 hidden gem for the month. Currently, with a Metacritic score of 80, I gave it an 8.5, which again is in between amazing and great. And that game is Pumpkin Jack. You can play Pumpkin Jack on the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X, PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and the Nintendo Switch. Basically everything. Pumpkin Jack is a linear 3D platformer, and an action 3D platformer. You're basically a pumpkin. You're the Headless Horseman. You've been hired by the devil. Out here, taking down these bosses, collecting new weapons. This is probably my favorite, specifically Halloween game of all time. Like, if you had to choose one of these games to play this month and you haven't played Pumpkin Jack is the game to play. Super underrated. Needs more appreciation. I love that game so much. Such a special game. And my number 1 slot for spooky games for you to play this October is a 2-for-1 special. If you've only played one of them, go play the other. It's Little Nightmares and Little Nightmares 2 sharing the number 1 spot. These games are near amazing. They both currently actually have a Metacritic score of 83. I gave both of them an 8.5, which is in between great and amazing. Obviously, with backwards compatibility, you can play both of these games on the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Series X, Xbox One, Switch, and Stadia. The first game you can play on Stadia on our list. In both games, you're these children. Little Nightmares 1, you're this, starving little girl, and in Little Nightmares 2, you're this bag boy. You got a bag on your head. But in both games, you're stealthily sneaking through these environmental puzzle sections / platforming sections. It's like 2.5D, kind of like Little Big Planet, which does get a little frustrating and annoying when it comes to platforming because it looks like you're going to land on something, but you fall in front of it or behind it. And the checkpoints aren't the best in either of the games. The checkpoints are decent, but they could be better. But both of them, these are probably some of the creepiest enemies and characters you'll ever see in the game. They're both very similar, but they tell a different story, different environments, but the enemies are just as creepy. So you'll be sneaking around these enemies, trying to not get caught in both games, either trying to grab a key or pull a switch and then get back and progress. And it's not like if you're spotted, it's game over. You can run, but good luck, because you can't hide. That's the whole point of the game, is running and hiding or sneaking by and not getting caught at all. But thank you guys so much for watching Little Nightmares 1 and 2, super special games. Some of my favorite horror games of all time. I'm gonna do a quick shout out to Layers of Fear. the original Layers of Fear, Bloober Team's best game of all time. But hey, maybe they'll be in the list for next year. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know some spooky hidden gems you think I should play that you don't think I know about. Thanks for watching, of course. Stay beautiful. You thought that video was good? Ha! You should probably watch this video, the very video that's on your screen right now, that YouTube hand-selected for you. Out of all my thousands of videos, this is the one that I want you to watch next. And make sure you're subscribed, because I'm not a genie or anything, but I'm pretty sure you get 42 years of bad luck if you made it this far into my video and you're not subscribed. You don't have to subscribe. I'm just looking out for you. I'm just looking out for your luck and your life.